Oh God. Oh my God.
You should take my
Ah.
Have you ever found yourself tired of the same old dishes? How about trading that sandwich for silkworms or that soup for swallow spit?
Oh, how can you do that, Tess? Crunchy?
China, with its vast history and diverse landscape, offers a gastronomic adventure that's not for the faint of heart. This nation's cuisine is a blending of the conventional and the extraordinary, where the boundaries of taste and tradition are continually redefined. What may seem weird to an outsider is a delicacy for another. Are you ready to embark on this culinary journey? Join us as we look at 20 of the weirdest foods in China. Number 1. Chinese gastronomy, a walk through history. China is a land of contrasting terrains, from sweeping deserts to bustling metropolises, and expansive rice terraces to majestic mountains. It's a rich history spanning thousands of years that has sculpted a culinary tapestry as varied as its landscapes. Early Chinese dynasties have passed down recipes, culinary techniques, and food philosophies that have influenced how we view Chinese cuisine today. From the labor-intensive Peking duck of the north to the spicy hot pots of the south, there's a backstory in every bite. And the ancient Silk Road not only facilitated trade, but also culinary exchange, introducing exotic ingredients and sparking culinary innovations. Over centuries, the Chinese have not only consumed, but also celebrated food, intertwining it with culture, tradition, and even medicine. And while some dishes have become global favorites, there are others that are deeply rooted in history that may raise a few eyebrows. Number 2. Bugs on the menu, silkworms, and scorpions. When it comes to culinary adventures, few things make a statement like munching on bugs. However, in China, insects have been on the menu for quite a long time. Take silkworms, for example. These wriggly critters, once reserved for silk production, found their way into stews and stir-fries, offering both a unique texture and a protein boost. Then there's the audacious scorpion, often seen skewered and deep-fried, which offers a crunchy exterior with a tender inside, a delicacy in Beijing's night markets. To the untrained eye, these dishes may seem like a daredevil food challenge, but for many in China, they're nostalgic bites that echo ancient survival tactics and regional specialities. So before passing judgment, you should remember, one man's pest is another man's protein. Number 3. The bird's nest delicacy, a spoonful of luxury. Imagine sipping on a broth, delicate and subtle, knowing that you're partaking in a culinary tradition revered for centuries. This is no ordinary soup, but a spoonful of luxury made from the saliva nests of swiftlets. Bird's nest soup, often considered to be the caviar of the East, stands as a testament to China's penchant for turning the unusual into the exquisite. Harvested from the cavernous nooks and crevices of Southeast Asia, these nests are painstakingly cleaned and double-boiled to create a gelatinous concoction. Believed to possess medicinal properties, from bolstering the immune system to enhancing the complexion, this delicacy has charmed emperors and commoners alike. Today, served in fine dining establishments, it embodies the confluence of culture, luxury, and taste that Chinese gastronomy so often celebrates. Number 4. Diving into the deep, sea cucumbers. Journey into China's marine culinary landscape and you'll undoubtedly encounter the sea cucumber. This humble, slug-like creature of the deep may not win any beauty contests, but its gastronomic value is unquestionable. Revered as a delicacy, the sea cucumber has graced imperial tables, and today finds its way into stews, soups, and stir-fries. Its gelatinous texture, a blank canvas, soaks up flavors while purportedly offering a myriad of health benefits, from anti-inflammatory properties to boosting vitality. Dive into Chinese folklore, and you'll find tales of the sea cucumber granting longevity and rejuvenation. In a way, they encapsulate China's culinary ethos, where food, history, and health often intertwine, creating dishes that tantalize the taste buds and nourish the soul. Number 5. Shark fin soup, a delight or a dilemma. Few dishes will evoke as much passion and debate as the legendary shark fin soup. Historically, this dish was the epitome of luxury, reserved for emperors and elite gatherings. The translucent strands of shark fin, simmered in a rich broth, conveyed status and opulence. However, modern times have cast this delicacy into a contentious light. As the appetite for shark fin soared, so did concerns over unsustainable fishing practices and the ethicality of finning. Today, the soup stands at the crossroads of tradition and conservation. While some see it as an irreplaceable part of their heritage, others advocate for sustainable alternatives. It's a dish that compels us to ponder, can culinary legacy and ecological responsibility coexist harmoniously? Number 6. The heart of Chinese exotics. Why these foods truly matter. For the unacquainted traveler or an outsider looking in, China's vast array of exotic dishes may seem like an assortment of peculiar choice. But there's more to this gastronomic odyssey than meets the eye. Beyond the initial surprise or even shock lies a deeper story of cultural significance, history, and an undying spirit of innovation. Every dish, no matter how unconventional it may seem, carries with it the weight of centuries-old tradition. In China, food is more than just sustenance, it's a language and a form of expression, a symbol of hospitality and sometimes even a remedy. The medicinal properties of certain foods like bats or certain types of fungi are deeply rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, a practice that emphasizes the healing power of nature. These are not only mere meals, they're legacies that are passed down, rich with knowledge and lore. Moreover, the consumption of such exotic foods offers a glimpse into Chinese ethos of resourcefulness. Historically, in times of scarcity or during a long journey through diverse terrain, every available resource would be utilized. Nothing went to waste, and this holistic approach to nature and sustainability was not only a choice but a way of life. Culturally, many of these dishes would serve as social glue, bringing people together during festivals, celebrations, or significant life events. The communal experience of dining and sharing stories over a plate of food fosters a sense of unity and shared history. It's about recreating memories, rekindling bonds, and reinforcing societal values. There's also the undeniable thrill of culinary adventure. China, with its expansive landscapes and diverse ecosystems, has always been a land of exploration. This spirit of discovery extends into its food, with each dish, no matter how exotic, becoming a challenge to the senses, an invitation to experience something novel, and a testament to the country's unyielding spirit of innovation. Number 7. From bats to bamboo rats, unconventional mammals. Journeying through China's culinary universe is akin to venturing into an intricate maze of flavors, textures, and histories. Amongst its myriad of offerings, some of the most captivating are those that originate from mammals, often perceived as unconventional or even taboo in other cuisines. The bamboo rat, primarily a resident of the sprawling bamboo forests dotting southern China, holds a special place in the region's gastronomic annals. These nocturnal rodents, when introduced to the plate, offer a meat that's tender and rich, with an earthy flavor profile, evocative of the very forest they call home. Traditional cooking methods will often involve roasting them to crispy perfection or slow cooking into broths that are infused with local herbs, allowing the meat to soak in a plethora of flavors while retaining its inherent essence. On the other hand, bats, creatures of the night with widespread myths and legends associated with them, have also found their place into Chinese cookery, especially in certain regional cuisine. Historically, they were regarded not only as a source of nutrition, but were also attributed with medicinal benefits. From simmering them into deeply aromatic soups, believed to bolster one's health, to slow cooking in pots until their meat falls off their tiny bones, bats, for those who consume them, provide a unique taste adventure. Of course, the consumption of such animals is not without its critics, both within China and on a global basis. Recent health concerns, environmental implications, and shifts in cultural perspective have all led to a more restrained and sometimes controversial view of these dietary choices. Yet it is essential to comprehend these preferences within their historical, cultural, and ecological contexts. For many generations, these animals were not only sources of nutrition, but also integral to regional ecosystems and local ways of life. Number 8. Talking about tongues, the duck tongue treat. The Chinese culinary scene is renowned for transforming the ordinary into extraordinary, and the duck tongue is no exception. Delicate yet distinctly flavorful, duck tongues are relished across many parts of China. Steeped in marinades that dance between sweet, spicy, and savory, these little delicacies are then usually deep-fried or stewed to perfection. With every bite, there's a balance of texture, the crispy exterior and the soft, tender meat within. Many enthusiasts would tell you that it's not only about the taste, but also the experience, the playful challenge of navigating the small bones inside. It's a nostalgic dish for many, harking back to family dinners and festive banquets, and in essence, the duck tongue encapsulates a key aspect of Chinese gastronomy, the joy of discovery and the savoring of the unexpected. Number 9. Feet first, the ubiquitous chicken feet. There's a saying that the Chinese eat everything with 4 legs except the table. The popularity of chicken feet attests to that. Far from being discarded, these feet are a sought-after treat, and after a meticulous cleaning process, they're typically simmered in a flavorful broth and a medley of spices. The result becomes a tender, gelatinous morsel with layers of flavor that demand slow, appreciative nibbling. Beyond their taste, chicken feet also hold a symbolic place in Chinese culture, often associated with abundance and good fortune. For many, it's not only a dish, but a cherished memory, a moment of connection, and a testament to the art of elevating the simple to the sublime. Number 10. Brains, blood, and beyond. For many cultures, offal remains a culinary conundrum, yet in China, these often overlooked innards have found fame and favor. Consider the tender texture of braised pig's brain, a dish believed by some to boost intellect and memory. Or perhaps the rich, custardy appeal of steamed chicken brains, seasoned subtly and served hot. And we can't forget the gelatinous, iron-rich cubes of coagulated duck or pig's blood, a staple in hot pots and soups. These dishes go well beyond mere sustenance. They embody a deep-rooted respect for the animal by ensuring that no part goes to waste. While the thought of diving into a plate of offal might send shivers down one's spine, those in the know appreciate the dish for its depth and flavor and the ancestral wisdom that it represents. In the word of offal, China has shown that the right technique and touch of creativity, even the most unexpected ingredients, can turn into culinary masterpieces. Number 11. The stink about stinky tofu. Venturing through the streets of many Chinese cities, one is often greeted or assaulted, depending on your perspective, by a distinctive aroma, the pungent allure of stinky tofu. This fermented tofu delight polarizes palates. You either adore it or you politely decline. A result of a unique fermentation process, its strong odor is contrasted by its surprisingly mild taste. Crispy on the outside and soft within, it often is served with a spicy or pickled topping, a street food legend. To some, it's the smell of memories, laughter, and nights out, while to others it's a curious culinary challenge that awaits conquest. But one thing's for sure, stinky tofu leaves no one indifferent. Whether you relish it or recoil, it stands as a testament to China's unbridled culinary audacity. Number 12. The peculiar tale of the century egg. Here's a riddle for you. When is an egg not only an egg? When it's a century egg. Despite its name, this delicacy doesn't age for 100 years, but undergoes a fascinating preservation process. Duck, chicken, and quail eggs are nestled in a mixture of clay, ash, and salt, which transforms their texture and flavor over weeks or even months, and the result becomes a translucent, jelly-like, white and greenish-black, creamy yolk. Some say that it's an acquired taste with its strong aroma and complex flavor profile, but for those in the know, the century egg is not only a food, it's a bite-sized piece of history and a taste of time that's been immortalized. Number 13. Jellied Joys, the grass jelly story. In the sweltering summers of China, few treats are as revered and refreshing as grass jelly. This wobbly black dessert, contrary to its name, is not made from grass, but derived from the leaves and stems of a plant. Once boiled with a touch of acidity, it transforms into a gelatinous cool delight. Sliced into delicate cubes or silky sheets, grass jelly often swims in sugary syrups, melding its mildly herbal taste with the sweetness of its accompaniment. While some may enjoy it in its most simple of forms, others jazz it up with fruits, tapioca, or even a splash of milk. Beyond being only a treat, grass jelly is believed by many to possess cooling properties, making it a traditional antidote to the summer's heat. In the vast spectrum of Chinese desserts, grass jelly stands out, embodying the finesse of transforming humble ingredients into jellied joys. Number 14. Strange brews, fermented rice, wine, and more. As the sun sets and the Chinese landscape bathes in twilight hues, many will reach for a glass of something comforting and familiar, fermented beverages. Leading the pack would be rice wine, a drink with its roots as ancient as China itself. Made from fermenting rice with yeast and water, this brew ranges from sweet to sharp, often consumed warm. But the realm of Chinese brews doesn't end there. There's fermented milk from the Mongolian plains, barley-based beverages from the Tibetan highlands, and unique fruit concoctions from southern groves. Each sip tells a tale of seasons, traditions, and time-honored techniques, whether it's toasting at a wedding, celebrating the harvest, or just unwinding after a long day. These strange and splendid brews encapsulate the essence of China, diverse, rich, and endlessly fascinating. Number 15. Frogs and Fowls, exploring frog fallopian tubes. Amongst the many culinary wonders of China, some dishes will stand out for their sheer distinctiveness. Take, for instance, the frog fallopian tubes. That's right, these tiny transparent strings, often compared to vermicelli in appearance, are a delicacy especially cherished in certain regions. Steamed to retain their subtle flavors, or occasionally sautéed with a medley of vegetables, they bring to the table a texture that's both chewy and tender. Nutty undertones blend seamlessly with the gentle taste of the frog, making it an experience that's worth savoring. Many believe in their nourishing properties, crediting them as enhancing skin health and vitality. And so the next time that you're navigating the vast expanse of Chinese cuisine and you encounter these delicate strings, remember, it's a taste of tradition, an edible testament to the country's ability to find gourmet potential in the most unlikely of places. Number 16. From the Sea, Jellyfish Salad. As waves crash and retreat from China's expansive coastline, they leave behind treasures that have long been integrated into the country's culinary tapestry. And jellyfish is one such marine marvel. Strands of jellyfish, often blanched and then thinly sliced, find their way into refreshing salads. Marinated in sesame oil, soy sauce, and a hint of vinegar, the jellyfish takes on a crunchy yet slightly springy texture. Often adorned with slivers of vegetables or a sprinkle of sesame seed, this salad is a dance of texture and flavor. And beyond its taste, the jellyfish is also lauded for its potential health benefits, from being low in calories to rich in collagen. So the next time that you're by China's seaside, delve into this dish, because it's not only a taste of the sea, but also a bite of tradition, innovation, and culinary craftsmanship. Number 17. In the Soup, Swallows, Spit, and Turtle Shells. China's soups are steeped in tradition and folklore and will often evoke fascination and sometimes seem incredulous to some. Leading this lineup is the swallow's nest soup, a luxurious concoction made from the edible nests of swiftlets. It's not any old bird's nest soup, though. It's primarily made of the bird's saliva. Once dissolved in water, it takes on a gelatinous texture, becoming the star ingredient of a subtle sweet or savory broth. Prized for its purported health benefits, from anti-aging to boosting immunity, it's often a centerpiece in celebratory feasts. Then there's the turtle shell soup, where the shell, rich in gelatin and minerals, is slow-cooked until it melds with the broth, offering layers of depth and flavor. Such soups epitomize the Chinese culinary ethos, a harmonious blending of taste, texture, and therapeutic properties. Number 18. Snakes, Alligators, and Turtles, Reptilian Repasts. Diving deeper into China's culinary wonders, we encounter dishes that many may consider audacious. Snake soup, for instance, is a winter favorite in some regions. With its rich and hearty broth, the snake meat is often praised for its tender texture and unique flavor profile. Alligator meat, believed to be packed with health benefits, is stir-fried, stewed, or even grilled, which results in dishes that are both flavorful and texturally intriguing. Turtles, beyond their shells, are also savored for their meat, tender and often compared to chicken in taste. These reptilian repasts, while unconventional to some, embody China's culinary adventure, a fearless exploration of flavors that celebrates nature's bounty in all of its diverse glory. Number 19. The Curious Case of Camel Hump. The sprawling deserts of China, vast and mysterious, have fostered not only tales of ancient silk routes, but also some truly distinctive culinary traditions. Amongst them is a dish as enigmatic as the sand dunes themselves, that being the camel hump. You read that right. While camels are universally recognized for their ability to traverse challenging terrain, carrying goods and people across vast deserts, in certain regions of China, they've been prized for something else entirely, that being their hump. This lump, an emblem of endurance, is actually a storehouse of fat in which the camel utilizes as sustenance when food and water are scarce. In the hands of a skilled Chinese chef, this hump undergoes a culinary transformation. Slow cooked to perfection, the hump's fat melts away, revealing tender and flavorful meat underneath, often compared to beef, but with a more rich taste and a unique, slightly gamey undertone. It's a dish that marries the robust flavors of the meat with the delicate aromas of the spices that it's cooked with, creating a symphony of taste. But how did this odd choice make its way into the kitchen, you may ask? The history harks back to ancient times. Nomadic tribes, always on the move, needed to make the most of resources that were at hand. And in the relentless desert, the camel was not only a mode of transport, but a crucial source of sustenance. Over time, culinary enthusiasts began to experiment, and the camel hump emerged as a delicacy, relished by royalty and commoners alike. Beyond its historical significance and unique flavor profile, the camel hump tells of a more broad story of adaptation, resilience, and the human spirit's knack for innovation. In the challenging climes of the desert, where survival itself can be a daily battle, the camel hump became a symbol of sustenance, luxury, and the age-old relationship between man and nature. Number 20. Yak penis and starfish, pushing the culinary frontier. When one speaks of culinary adventures, few nations can rival the audacious explorations undertaken by Chinese gastronomers. Amongst the myriad of dishes that testify to this fearless spirit, the yak penis and starfish stand out, both evoking intrigue and representing China's ever-evolving culinary frontier. We'll first wander into the high-altitude pastures of Tibet, where yaks graze against a backdrop of snow-clad peaks. Here, the yak is not only an animal, it's a lifeline providing milk, butter, and meat, but amongst its offerings, the yak penis is perhaps the most unexpected. Reverently dubbed the dragon in the flame of desire, this dish is more than just a culinary delicacy. For generations, it's been celebrated for its purported health benefits, especially its prowess in enhancing male virility. Traditionally stewed with a medley of herbs, the resulting dish is both flavorful and purportedly medicinal. A meal that pushes the boundaries of taste and culture, it's a testament to China's commitment to holistic health and well-being. Meanwhile, in the bustling bylanes of Beijing's snacking streets, another culinary challenger awaits, the humble starfish. Skewered and deep-fried, this marine marvel is transformed into a crispy snack, with its skin providing a satisfying crunch and its interior a soft chewiness. Starfish is not only about the taste, it's a tactile experience, and eating it requires a playful dance of the fingers, prying open its many layers. Beyond its flavor, it offers a sense of discovery with every bite. The inclusion of such avant-garde dishes in the Chinese menu may raise some eyebrows, but it's also a testament to the nation's boundless culinary creativity. For China, food is a journey, a continuous exploration of textures, flavors, and boundaries, and a reflection of the nation's rich tapestry of cultures, histories, and landscapes. Each dish, no matter how unconventional, tells a story of tradition meeting innovation, and in the grand scheme of gastronomy, dishes like yak penis and starfish will serve as poignant reminders of the ever-blurring line between the familiar and the foreign, the traditional and the modern. And by embracing such culinary outliers, China not only showcases its rich heritage, but also its unwavering spirit of culinary exploration, inviting the world to partake in its bold gastronomic narrative.